Hello students, today we start our 10th chapter, water and its property. As we know that water is a natural resource that is present on earth and it is present in a very large quantity. Okay, on the surface of earth there is a 70% of the earth's surface is covered with the water. Okay, and these water are present in the different water bodies like rivers, ponds, lakes. These are the some water bodies. So in this chapter we learn about water and its properties. So firstly, water is an important resource and it has some unique properties. Okay, some unique properties means water having a floating and a sinking objects inside it. Okay, so in this chapter we learn about what type of material is sinking inside the water and what type of material is floating on the surface of water. Second is soluble and insoluble impurities. Third is how we can separate the impurities that is present inside the water and that is harmful for us. So we have to separate the impurities from the water with different processes. Fourth one is purification of drinking water. Inside the water there is a presence of very small microbes like germs, okay, some bacteria, sand particles. So these are some particles are very small in size which cannot be seen with the eyes easily. So we can separate out these types of microbes or impurities with the help of a boiling and filtration. So in this chapter we learn floating and sinking of objects, soluble and insoluble impurities, separating impurities in water and purification of drinking water. So firstly let's go. Shreya has filled a tub with water and is playing with a few toys. Observe and color all the toys that are floating in green and those that will sink in red. Means you have to color the toys in two colors, green and red. You have to color the green on that toys which are floating on the surface of water and red that is sinking inside the water. So we can do this picture after reading the properties of floating and sinking. Okay, means which type of material is sinking inside the water and which type of material is floating on the surface of water. So firstly, on second page, floating and sinking. Some objects float on water while some sink in water. सबसे पहले यहाँ पे floating and sinking का मतलब क्या है? फ्लोटिंग क्या होता है? जो पानी के ऊपर तैरे, ठीक है, जो तैरता है. जैसे आप बोट बनाते हो, ठीक है, पेपर की, अगर आप उसको पानी के ऊपर छोड़ोगे तो वो सिंक नहीं करेगी, मतलब उसमें डूबेगी नहीं, उसके ऊपर फ्लोट करेगी, ठीक है. सो दैट इज अ फ्लोटिंग एंड सिंकिंग. सो फर्स्टली an object will float or sink depending upon the material it is made of. Okay, मीन्स जो ऑब्जेक्ट फ्लोट या फिर सिंक करेगा सबसे पहले आपको ये पता होना चाहिए भी वो जो मटेरियल है वो किस चीज़ का बना हुआ है, ठीक है. बिकॉज सम ऑफ द मटेरियल्स आर लाइट इन वेट, सम ऑफ द मटेरियल्स आर हैवी इन वेट. सो हैवी मटेरियल्स ऑब्वियसली सिंक इनटू द वाटर बट लाइट वेट मटेरियल्स आर फ्लोटिंग ऑन द सरफेस ऑफ वाटर. ओके, इट्स शेप, कोई भी ऑब्जेक्ट है उसकी शेप भी डिपेंड करती है फ्लोटिंग और सिंकिंग में, ठीक है. फॉर एग्जांपल आपने कभी ऑब्जर्व किया होगा जो बोट होती है, ठीक है, वो हमेशा स्ट्रीमलाइन बॉडी में ही बॉडी शेप में ही क्यों बनाई जाती है? स्ट्रीमलाइन बॉडी, जैसे आप यहाँ पे बोट की शेप देख रहे हो, आगे से वो नैरो होगी, बीच में से ब्रॉड एंड एट एंड इट इज़ ऑल्सो अ नैरो. ओके, जो कोई भी बोट होती है, शिप होती है, ठीक है, मीन्स कोई भी मटेरियल दैट इज फ्लोटिंग ऑन द सरफेस ऑफ ओशियंस. ओके जैसे हम ट्रैवलिंग के लिए यूज़ करते हैं शिप्स को, बोट्स को, ठीक है, ऑन द surface of water. So these all transports having a one shape that is a streamlined body shape. So why these objects having a streamlined body? इनकी streamlined body क्यों होती है? क्योंकि इससे फ्रिक्शन कम हो जाता है, ठीक है, ताकि जो आगे से पानी का बहाव है इस शेप से कम होगा, ठीक है, मीन्स उनमें जोर कम लगेगा, ठीक है. तो इसकी हेल्प से वो जो बॉडीज़ हैं वो ईजिली मूव कर पाती हैं फास्ट ऑन द सरफेस ऑफ वाटर एज कंपेयर टू एनी अनदर शेप. ओके, नेक्स्ट इज द अमाउंट ऑफ एयर इट हैज़. अ हॉलो बॉल will float whereas a solid ball will sink. अब आप एक एग्जाम्पल लो. अभी ये बोट है, ठीक है, इसमें कोई भी शेड नहीं है, मीन्स एयर प्रेजेंट नहीं है, ठीक है. जब इसके सरफेस पे कहीं पर भी होल हो गया, ठीक है, वाटर क्या हो जाएगा, अंदर हो जाएगा, ठीक है, अंदर जाने लग जाएगा, जिससे क्या होगा, जो बॉडी का वेट है वो इंक्रीज होने लग जाएगा, ठीक है. अगर बॉडी का वेट इंक्रीज होने लग जाएगा तो दैट सब्सटेंस इज सिंकिंग इनसाइड द वाटर, ठीक है. इसीलिए कोई भी बोट है या शिप है उसको सबसे फर्स्ट प्रायोरिटी क्या होती है कि उसमें कोई भी होल ना हो, ठीक है, मीन्स उसमें कहीं से भी एयर है जो आउटसाइड एयर है वो एंटर नहीं करनी चाहिए, ठीक है. मीन्स दीज आर द थ्री मेन प्रॉपर्टीज दैट वी हैव लर्न while telling a substance is floating or sinking inside the water bodies. Now here we can observe that a girl making a ship with the help of a paper, I think. So a boat cannot be sink inside the water. Okay, paper is also not a sinking inside the water. Car is sinking inside the water. Why? Because water is entered inside the car through the windows. Okay, so the weight of a car increases and that body is sink inside the water. Next is a coin of 1 rupees. Coin of 1 rupees is also a heavier than a water, so it also sink inside the water body. Next is if that cube is made up of wood and the shape square shape is also helpful to prevent the object for sinking. So these are the some objects that we discuss in this picture. Okay, now we learn about the soluble and insoluble impurities. First of all, in a simple way, soluble impurities are those that is soluble or completely mixed inside the water, okay, which we cannot differentiate easily with the help of our eyes. And the insoluble impurities are that impurities which cannot be soluble inside the water or mixed inside the water completely, and we can observe that impurities directly with the help of our eyes. Okay, now in this topic we learn about that water is essential for life on earth. Okay, so we get water from very many sources, many water bodies like ponds, lakes, rivers and streams. Okay, and that water is reaches to our home through the pipeline system. Okay, and taps. So that taps contain clean water. Okay, water that is coming inside our homes, that is not a dirty water, that is a clean water. So but the water that is coming directly from a rivers, ponds, lakes, they carry a lot of impurities. Okay, that impurities is also in a soluble and insoluble characteristics, but the water that is reaches inside our home, they treated with many processes like sedimentation, decantation and filtration. Okay, So firstly, there are two kind of impurities found in water. First is soluble impurities such as salt, germs and chemicals which we cannot see. Okay. Next is insoluble impurities, that is also known as a suspended impurities, are sand, mud and grit. Okay. Next is how we can separate out that insoluble impurities from water. So the first process is sedimentation. So what is the sedimentation? In this process, water is allowed to stand undisturbed in a container. After some time, insoluble impurities such as sand, mud, grit suspended in water settle down as a layer. This layer of insoluble impurities is called sediment. आप ये एक्सपेरिमेंट घर पे भी कर सकते हो, ठीक है. आप एक कंटेनर लो, उसमें आप गंदा पानी डालो, ठीक है. उस पानी को आप विदाउट डिस्टर्बिंग उसको 10 मिनट्स 15 मिनट्स उसको रखो, ठीक है. तो उसमें जितनी भी इम्प्योरिटीज़ होंगी, चाहे उसमें मिट्टी हो, ठीक है, छोटे छोटे पैबल्स होते हैं, तो वो क्या होंगे, नीचे जो बॉटम में है वहाँ पे सेटल डाउन हो जाएंगे और ऊपर क्या हो जाएगा, क्लीन वाटर आ जाता है, ठीक है. सो दैट impurities like sand, pebbles, small pebbles that is making a layer on the bottom of a beaker are known as a sediments. Okay. Next is, लेकिन जो sediment होता है, it is a very slow process and it can take a long time period. So to reduce the long time period, we add a alum inside the water. Okay, alum makes the impurities that is present inside the water heavier, and these impurities settle down inside the at the bottom of a beaker fastly. So alum makes the impurities heavier so that these impurities can settle down faster. Okay. So this process is also called as a loading. When we add a alum inside the water, okay, so that the impurities that is settled down at the bottom of a beaker, this process is called as a loading. Okay.